That was like a stupid decision, but it worked. Okay, I'm gonna take 7 subjects because I couldn't take Chichewa because we all know. Okay, so I was at Zingwangwa Progressive Night, and then I was at Mulawi Weekend, and I was at Zingwangwa Secondary School, all at the same time. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your girl Sandra Peachy MW. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please press that big red subscribe button and join the family if you are a day one and become a member of the Peachy gang. Also, please like, comment, share and subscribe as we talk about my academic journey from my primary school to where I am today. I got this inspiration from Aisha Mulefe, which is a Botswanan YouTuber. Is it Botswanan? Anyway, she's from Botswana, and I thought, wow, I would love to share my academic history so that people get to see what really happened and not just assume like it was a smooth ride, because a lot of people assume that it was a smooth ride. So if you are interested in finding out my academic journey, please stay tuned and I'll see you on the flip side. Okay, so let's start it off from the beginning. My academic journey starts where in Botswana, I guess. I did my primary school at Sohomso Primary School. I did very well in my primary school. It was amazing. You know, like those prize giving events that they have in Botswana, where like you get prizes for being the best in this or being the best in that. Trust me when I say my mom has a whole display unit of prizes that I won because I was the best in something, or was the top 5 or top 2 or top 3 or sometimes I was even number 1. So that was that, and I had a promising future. Everybody believed that I was going to do amazing in my academic journey. I remember I had a teacher who had so much confidence in me that she would help me like acquire more knowledge, help me read more, you know, stimulate my academicness. I don't know how does it see, I don't even know. So I ended up doing very well. I got straight A's for my primary leaving examinations. That's in standard 7 2009, and by 2010 I was selected to go to Patimo Junior Secondary School. Now Patimo Junior Secondary School is a government owned secondary institution. It's not a private institution. I remember there were kids who used to go to private institutions like Morula and do like Cambridge and stuff like that, and do those Cambridge A-levels thingies. I did a government institution, took a government so I did my junior secondary school, which is Form 1 to Form 3 at Patimo Secondary School. That's where I discovered, not discovered, I had been debating from standard 4, been doing debates since standard 4, but then that's when I like took it to the next level, and I was, you know, the captain of the debate team at that time. It was very interesting. I traveled a lot. I had a promising, you know, academic life. But then again, that was a time as a teenager where I was exploring more. I started dating, you know, stuff like that. Not even dating. Do we even date in secondary? But anyway, I had a boyfriend in secondary school. You know, like an actual boyfriend, not the friendships that I've been having like since primary school. So yeah, that was interesting. So I kind of deviated a little bit from my path, but I was still performing academically, and I was so good. It was fine. I did my Form 3 and I passed really good, A's and B's. I passed so good. So I finished junior secondary school. I was supposed to go now to Silibe Pico Senior Secondary, which is SPSS, but that's the time where my father then migrated us to Malawi. So I had to complete my high school, my high school in Malawi. So I went to Malawi, and then I had the decision, okay. I had the decision to make because the school calendars of Malawi and Botswana are very different. So Botswana is from January to December, term 1, term 2, term 3. Now in Malawi, term 1 is like in the middle of the year or somewhere like that. Term 2 is in during December, and then term 1 is in January. It's just mixed up, okay. So I ended up missing term 1 of Form Form 3. Another thing is in Botswana, it's from standard 1 to standard 7. That's your primary. Form 1 to Form 3, junior secondary. Form 4 to Form 5, senior secondary, right? In Malawi, it's standard 1 to standard 8, primary, and then Form 1 to Form 2, junior secondary, and then Form 3 to Form 4 is senior secondary school. So I technically was supposed to go into Form 3, which is my senior secondary school, but I didn't want to face my friends in Botswana and be like, yo, I mean, I'm like doing Form 3, and had to explain to them that I'm not repeating, it's just a continuation. So I took the risk, even though everybody advised me against it, but I was like, I can do this. So I took the risk and enrolled into Form 4. Mind you, I missed a whole term of Form 4 and I missed a whole year of Form 3. I don't know if that makes sense. So in reality, Form 3 is the same as Form 4, and Form 5 is the same as Form 4 in Malawi. So I should have just gone into Form 3 and finished senior secondary at the same time as my colleagues in Botswana, even though it would have been a bit earlier because the timetables are different. But I didn't want to, be answering questions of why are you in Form 3. That was like a stupid decision, but it worked. Okay. It worked. I then got into Form 4 at Zingwangwa Secondary School, second trimester. And so in Malawi, for your grades for MSCE, they look at the best 6, and the least points you have, the better. So like 6 points, because you can get the greatest mark you can get is 1 point, and if you get 6 points, that means you have distinctions throughout, right? And I was like, I'm gonna take 7 subjects because I couldn't take Chichewa because we all know, okay? And then I decided to take all these other courses. I don't remember, there was literature, mathematics, physical science and biology. I don't remember, geography, I think that's all. And they were like, no, that's a huge risk, don't take 7 because you need your top 6, and we know you've missed a year, you've missed a term, so how are you sure you're going to pass? Because like the final exams are an accumulation of the 2 years. And I was like, no, I'm good, okay, I'm good, I'm gonna do this. I ended up going to enroll in a night school. This was where I was a bit tricky. I decided to enroll into a night school where I would do my Form 3, you see, simultaneously with my Form 4. And then I decided to do a weekend school that was a revision school that helped you revise for Form 3 and Form 4 to prepare for your finals. That was Malawi. So I was at Zingwangwa Progressive night, and then I was at Malawi weekend, and I was at Zingwangwa Secondary School, all at the same time. I was attending 3 schools at once, and it was a bit difficult because we didn't have money at that time. It was a very difficult time, but Uncle Trouble, which is my uncle, obviously, I was paying for my night school. My mom would help with my school fees for Zingwangwa because we would then cook mandasi, and I would sell mandasi in class, and that's the money we would have for my Zingwangwa day. But Zingwangwa day wasn't so expensive, it was 4,000 I think. Malawi was more expensive, it was like 20,000 or something like that, and then Progressive also was around 20,000. So I needed like approximately $100 for like per term for my school fees. Fine, I was working my butt off because I knew I did not want to repeat. Okay, I did not want to repeat. I was working my butt off. I caught up with Form 3 material, caught up with Form 4 material, and finally, after a huge struggle with like financial struggles and stuff like that, and bullying and all of that drama, I ended up completing my Form 4. I completed my Form 4 fine, and results came through, and I got 19 points. A lot of people ask me how many points did I get, because they want to know if that points will allow them to get into a university outside. So I got 19 points, and then my family was advising me to redo Form 4, because if I did Form 4 with missing a year and missing a term and I got 19 points, that means if I did redo it, I would get way better points. And I was like, no, I really didn't want to repeat. I've never repeated in my life, so I really didn't want to repeat. So I said, no, I am not doing that. So I applied. I was like, I believe in these 90 points, because I had 3 distinctions and really good credits, like a strong credit. What do you call them? Strong credit. And like I had twos and threes and a 5, I think. Was it that? Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure. So I applied for university in Malawi, and mind you, this is the time when the quota system had just started. So if you were Tumbukan, my last name is very Tumbuka, I'm Kalua, so chances of getting into university were very low. I saw Chewa friends that had 20 something points, 30 points, close to 30, entering into university. Well, my 19 points self didn't get into university. So I had applied to Bunda and Chancellor College. Since primary school, I had a huge interest in agriculture because I feel like agriculture is what's sustaining our economies, and so I wanted to immerse myself in that because no matter what, I felt like that sector was very stable. Munda didn't take me, Chanko didn't take me. I then met a person who was helping us with the entrance exams, sold me the Earth University application. Let me tell you guys, people can lie to you. Earth University applications are free if you have internet, okay? If you have internet, it is free to download the application for Earth University, okay, and apply. But this person is selling them, was selling them. I don't know if they're still selling them. He claimed that the cost of printing was what he was selling and stuff like that, but it didn't take that much to print those forms, okay? So I bought the forms. I was like, hey, why not? I applied for Earth University. Moreover, it was an agricultural institution, so it was fit for what I was looking for. And then I applied and I got shortlisted. I remember after getting shortlisted, I did my interview and I was not selected. The devastation, okay, the devastation. I remember I worked so hard studying for the math test, because you do a math test when you do the entrances and stuff like that, but I was extremely devastated. Now this is for you guys who have been in contact with me, because I know they've been like applicants of Earth University who have been in contact with me and have not been selected, and I understand the devastation you're going through. I understand what you're feeling, because they're telling me, Sandra, I feel so depressed, I worked so hard not to be selected, and I truly understand. I am the first person to understand. But the thing is, what do you do after a failure? You see, after failing, went on with life, started doing other things. I ended up branching out into media, and that's a whole other story, which is a video I'm filming today. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sit and cry, or are you gonna move forward? Because life doesn't wait for you. There are failures. Even me right now, like, we'll get to that, about plans for masters and stuff like that. So fine, I'm working for like a whole two years. Okay, the whole 2 years I was working, and I did not pursue anything with my academic life because I was comfortable. And then by the grace of God, there is a God, okay, there is a God. By the grace of God, I got an email from the admissions office at Earth University saying, Corona, is that you? Okay, I got an email from the admissions office saying that your applications were one of the strongest. In the last interview, would you like to reapply, like reconsider like the interviews? I said yes, but not really like into the whole story of doing the whole thing, because I was honestly comfortable. The day of the interviews came, I got hit by a car 3 days, like a minibus hit me. I had an accident. I don't know if you can see, I have a huge scar here from that accident. A minibus hits me 3 days before my interview. I was at the hospital, then I got released, and then my mom was like, you need to go for the interviews, and I was like, no, honestly, I'm like in a bad space. I was hit by a car, blah 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 blah. My mom then decides to cook beans, and anybody who knows me, if there's beans at home, I'm leaving. I think that was her plan. I don't know what really happened, but I ended up leaving with my crutches and all, mind you, bandages and everything, to go to the interview place, right? To the interview place where there was chicken. So would like to thank chicken. I see, this is why I love food. I'd like to thank food for all the opportunities that it has brought towards me. I got there sharp 2 hours late, and the lady, Jane Jones, God bless Jane Jones, she's retired. She used to be the graduation projects teacher here, and yeah, she was like, oh my god, why didn't you tell me you were hit by a car, stuff like that. And I was like, honestly, I wasn't planning on coming, but here we are. So she like put me aside. I did my exams, we did the interview and everything went fine sharp. I continued with my life. I got better, I got back to work. So weeks pass and I'm just like living my best life. I didn't even check my emails at that time. So I got a call in the evening, and then the admissions officer's like, I'm from Earth University and I wanted to know if you accept your scholarship. And I was like, don't mess with me, okay? Don't play with me like that, because we all know that I didn't know anything, and the number was Malawian at that time. So I was cursing, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give my dad the phone. I gave my dad the phone because I was done with this man, because he was calling me over again. And my dad talks to him, and dad is like, just check your emails, okay? Just check your emails. I checked my emails, and lo and behold, I had been accepted full scholarship at Earth University, and it was crazy. I was so happy. So now I've got the full scholarship. I'm here at Earth University. I'm doing my 4th year. That's been the flow. I am planning on reaching PhD level, because that's one achievement that I want for myself, and I have always wanted that, to present myself to my father as a doctor. Because that's a whole other story. It's important for me to achieve academic excellence for my father. So right now I've been looking for a master's. I've been looking up and down, but as we all know, Corona has been, you know how she's been. So there's been a lot of no's. There was a potential master's in South Africa, but that failed. There was a potential master's in USA that failed because of funding due to the crisis. And I just wanted to say to everybody out there who is looking for a bachelor's degree, who is looking for a master's, looking for a PhD in this specific time, that we are gonna get a lot of no's. We know that, and it's a very difficult time, but don't give up, okay? If you want to take a gap year, because I've thought of that, taking a gap year, taking a break, let this whole issue simmer down, and then once it's simmered down, you can see where to go from there. But like, just be resilient, okay? Persevere and achieve the best you can achieve. So that is it. That is it. English. Okay, so this video is too long. That's the end of the video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me about your academic journey. Was it easy? Was it hard? Are you under scholarship? Are you looking for funding? Like, what's going on with you? Are you looking for a master's right now? Are you about to graduate? Just let me know about your academic journey and we can discuss. Like I said, this channel is about college life, and I share my college experiences with you guys, and that is one of it. Consider pressing the join button if you are a true member of the Peachy family, and become like an official member, where you get special perks. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.